Hi, I'm Veronica Heaven and I'm delighted to be here to share the outcomes of the Briefcases 2021 projects in what has been an extraordinary year for everyone. Students and universities have been locked into lockdown learning, pandemic learning, everything's been happening online, but somehow we've made it work and there are some outstanding outcomes. Briefcases is about bringing education and the world of work closer together. It promotes excellence and has a particular focus on graphic art industries, bridging the gap between creativity and commercial reality and giving many students their first chance and their first taste of working to a real-life client brief. Briefcases continues to attract an amazing range of industry and client partners, and this year we're absolutely delighted to welcome Antalis, Europe's leading provider of paper, packaging and visual communication solutions. Xerox, a global powerhouse in innovation, printing and digital services. Stephen George & Partners, the award-winning architects and master planners, and to have Adnams plc, a pace setter in sustainability. Adnams is a multi-award-winning brewer, distiller. They are our owner of hotel, pubs and restaurants, and we are delighted to have them return with a special Briefcases project focused on belonging. Briefcases is underpinned by the message of sustainability, sustainable industries for the future, investing in and nurturing next generation talent. And Briefcases is about collaboration, so I have a lot of people to thank. Earth Island for their sterling support of Briefcases over the years and as we move forward into this 10th year of Briefcases. Thank you Brian Webb, our chair of the judges, who works amazingly with our numerous panels of judges that we bring together to look at and review the various Briefcases projects. Thank you to the amazing judging panels that work with us on the hundreds of submissions that we receive each year of Briefcases. Thank you judges, but I would like to specially thank Susan Wright from Earth Island, Tan Mahal from Pollard Boxes, John Clark from BPIF, James Talbot from the Company of Entrepreneurs, and Ben Glazier from Glazier Design, and the many, many others that have given their time to contribute to this great project that is Briefcases. And a massive thank you to our university partners and the academic teams who are working with us, delivering great outcomes across an array of Briefcases projects, which this year have included Sustainable Futures and the Ageing Communities, Smart Luxury Packaging, Cosmetics Brief, Response to COVID-19, the Enterprise Brief, the Belonging Project, and Global Governance and Sustainability Environmental Management. So let's see what we've got. Antalis Smart Luxury Packaging, Cosmetics Brief, Response to COVID-19.
Hi, I'm Steve Chappell, Graphical Board Development Manager for Antalis. I'd like to thank Briefcases and all the students for their fantastic work on this project. The Antalis Smart Luxury Packaging Cosmetics Brief, a response to COVID-19.
Packaging is an area of growth and promise for this industry, and during the COVID-19 pandemic and subsequent lockdowns, there was a real shift in people's shopping habits as more and more people were working from home. With the growth of rate of printed packaging spurred by the increase in online purchasing activities, Antalis understood that retailers and brand owners need to consider how they reach customers and the user experience of the luxury cosmetics purchased online and delivered through the post, rather than relying on the in-store experience provided to a customer by visiting a retail outlet. So with Antalis, we set the task to invite students at Norwich University of the Arts to try and substitute the surprise and delight of the in-store experience that they would normally receive with an equally delightful experience that the consumer will have delivered to their home. And the results. Antalis Smart Luxury Packaging Cosmetics Brief, Response to COVID-19. Highly commended Chloe Williams, Gareth Fitzpatrick, Natasha Ellis, Jake Huff, Christina Roll. Bronze winners, Reese Cornwall for That Guy, Tiani Stammers, Heyday. Silver winners, Josh Smith for Slicks, Neve Sparrow for Tear. And the gold winner is Lily Ty with Dip. Congratulations Lily on a stunning campaign that absolutely wowed the judges, particularly as it seems you've identified a new product category for brand owners to concentrate on. That's not something that happens every day. Well done, congratulations. Steve Chappell from Antalis. Antalis' smart luxury packaging brief, cosmetics, response to COVID. Why was it important to set this brief, Steve?
Well, for us as a business, we're Europe's leading distributor of print, packaging and Viscom materials, and we're talking to designers, brand owners, printers all day long, and we're experts in the materiality of the products that we use. So sustainability, how it's used, what finishes can be produced, and one of the things that we wanted to get closer to was understanding how the design process fits into the whole concept. So to be able to take that step right from the beginning to understand why materials are used in the first place or specified in the first place, right through the production process to a finished concept. So it's a way of us helping understand our customers and supply chain better.
And did it help to do that?
Absolutely did. One of the things, having to project manage through this sort of scenario and understanding how important it is that materials are there on the right time, understanding that throughout the whole process what's going to happen to that material, how you're going to deliver that vision from the designer through a complicated production process and get the result that you expect at the other end is so important. And that's why really this opportunity was so important to us.
And what was it, in your opinion, Steve, that made the work that we were looking at stand out? So obviously there was a big amount of work, and then we had to shortlist it down, but what was it that made the work stand out?
Do you know what? It was about innovation in luxury packaging. To have bright young minds working on this cosmetics brief, which is really talking about cosmetics delivered beautifully, was fantastic. The work that they came out with was really very innovative, and to be able to have lots of different minds looking at the same project from different directions came up with some fantastically stunning and beautiful results that we wouldn't have thought of. It was absolutely fantastic.
With so many quality submissions, and we've seen some wonderful work submitted on that you've been sharing on LinkedIn, and it's great to see that, so thank you for sharing those examples. What was it most about the students' approach to this challenging task that kind of made you think, they're on it, they're understanding what we need them to be thinking about?
Well, a lot of it came back in terms of answering and understanding the brief. So really looking at it and being able to deliver to standard was fantastic. It really showed us that they understood materials, understood printing processes, and really sort of kept referring back to the brief so that the submissions really shone through. For me, that was probably the biggest thing.
And you decided to push things a little bit further, because I was really delighted with your decision that it would be a good idea to have a day out and to spend some time with the young designer, winning designer actually, and you were involving some further industry partners. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Absolutely. Well, when it came to the judging and the selecting of the winners in the first place, it was important for Antalis that Antalis had a representation on that judging panel, but really we wanted industry experts to come and look at the project from all different angles. So it wasn't just about materials, it was about design, it was about functionality, it was about could this be produced in the real world. So we needed to call in a series of experts from design, publishing, manufacture, industry bodies to really sort of come together and decide on the winners. And part of that was Tam Mahal, who's the creative lead at Polar Boxes, was involved in that judging panel, and he very kindly, as part of that submission, part of the conversations that we had, invited the winner to come along and really see that their vision how it would be produced. So for us, that was a really important opportunity, not just for us and the customer, but really to let the student and those designers of the future really understand what it takes to produce a concept. So it was a really fantastic day. Lily, the gold-winning submission, came to Polar Boxes. Tan and his team dedicated the whole day to supporting an experience of her really following the whole process through. And part of that was having the winning submission digitally printed at a partner of Polar Boxes called Greenshires. So yet again, they dedicated a phenomenal amount of time. So really, Lily has come away from that experience with a whole wealth of knowledge, and I have to commend Lily especially because she was so interactive, asked loads of brilliant questions, and I think we all got a fantastic amount out of the day.
Oh, that's amazing to hear. That's so good, and that just shows that kind of almost that mushroom effect of how, you know, this wonderful, great idea, and you've been able to involve so many other people in it. So it's really wonderful, and well done to you and to Antalis for doing that. That's
very
really
much.
super. So, are there any opportunities, do you think, Steve, that, you know, the audience watching this will have an opportunity to see some of this work that you've kindly produced with Pollards and Greenshires? Are there any opportunities that people will be able to see that in the future sometime?
Well, we've got an industry exhibition coming up in Packaging Innovations in December, and we have a stand there as Antalis to talk about our sort of many market-leading sustainable substrate products, and part of that stand will be dedicated to Lily's work and the Briefcases project, so people will be able to come along. Lily will be there on the day, so you'll be able to ask her lots of questions and really find out how she found about the experience.
How amazing, what an opportunity that you've really made real. It's absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Steve, and to Antalis for your brilliant support of Briefcases. Can we count on your support for another Antalis Briefcases project?
Well, absolutely. It's been such a success, and we've all gained so much from it that we're going to start looking at the next luxury packaging concept, which we've decided will be involved around the luxury drink sector. So, yeah, you'll find out more about that really soon. So, yeah, thank you for the continued support as well as Briefcases and the Heaven Companies. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve Chappell. Absolutely amazing. Brilliant working with you and the team. We are so delighted to have you involved. So long may it continue. Thank you so
You're more
much.
than welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.